Walter, you are a band leader, a songwriter, a composer. You're kind of a cultural force of New Orleans. You are continually shaping the music and you're influencing people just by your presence and your stories, as well as your playing. But you started at the very beginning, just like everybody else.
Oh, yeah. I sure did.
What was your very first guitar?
Well, to be honest with you, I made my very first guitar.
You made it?
Yeah, it was kind of weird because I was young, maybe 15, 16 years old. And I had saw all my uncles and them playing guitar and stuff like that. So what I did was I made my first guitar, a cigar box and a clothes hanger and some rubber bands.
Cigar box, a clothes hanger, and rubber bands.
Yeah.
Those were the things that were lying around the house and...
Yeah, but basically that was what it was. You know, I never really dreamed that I would be one, but I always liked it. You know, it was intriguing to see them cats playing like that and stuff. So I didn't have a guitar and didn't have no acoustic guitar, so I made my first guitar.
So when you made that first cigar box guitar and you played it for the first time, what did that feel like?
It was fun to me.
Yeah.
The kids in the block, they made fun of me, but I didn't worry about that. Nobody else wanted to do nothing, make nothing like that, So I was into wire horses and wire cars and stuff. So I made my first guitar out of wire and cigar.
So you were just a creative guy. You like to build things.
Oh, man, yes. I was the only one on the block that was creative.
So when did the guitar sort of take center stage when you were like, I think I want to play
Well, it
this?
just so happens, my Uncle D, God rest his soul, he saw me on the porch one day and he got tired of the kids laughing at me and stuff like that. So he had an acoustic guitar. And he brought it to the house and showed me I could have it. And so I banged on it and stuff. So I said, don't sound right.
You're used to this
so
cigar.
He showed me how to tune an open string, all the strings making a chord. And by me being able to hear music and sing a little bit, I tuned it like that, But it just so happens that the group that I had, the spiritual group that I had formed, the True Love and Folk Gospel Singers, we was invited on one of my uncles' spiritual program. At that time, WWOZ had musicians, vocal groups that was in New Orleans at that time, would come on Sunday mornings and sing for like 15 minutes to show off their group in the program. Name of it, the Sons and Daughters of New Orleans, And we was invited to go play, and we played, stuff. So they had this guitar player that was playing with all his fingers. I mean, he was doing it, bro. He was sounding good, too. And I sit there and I watched him for like 2 hours. I just sit there and watch his fingers and stuff. So after the program was over with, I went home and tried to play. I saw where he was putting his fingers, so that was easy, but it didn't sound like he was sounding, and stuff like that. So my uncle told me, he said, well, you have your guitar tuned wrong. I said, huh? He said, let me show you the easy way. And he showed me the easy way of how to tune it. I said, wow, this sounded great. And I played that chord that I saw he played was a 7 chord, I played that chord, and man, he told me I sounded pretty. I was hooked right there.
The 7th chord.
Yeah.
Right on.
A7 chord he played.
And from then on,
I was playing music.
And here we are today.
I went for it. Then my cousin, Cato, he happened to buy a guitar and amp. You see. And he tried to play guitar himself. He didn't like it. So he gave the guitar a Gibson guitar and a Rickenbacker amp.
So you built your first guitar, but everyone saw that you wanted to play it. So first your uncle gave you an acoustic, and then your cousin gave you an electric with an amp. So
Right on.
the path was just laid out for
Right
you.
there.
And all you had to do was play.
Yeah. And then I met a couple of people who was telling me, said, you know what makes a guitar player different? I said, what? They said every guitar player needs his own sound. Basic sound. You know, it's even like style almost, the same thing, you know. So I worked on it for a while. I didn't actually know what it meant till I started playing the way I hear myself playing, you know. Oh, I can play this chord this way and that way. And I started watching cats play chords and started going home playing them too, you know. And as I got good at doing these little simple chords, 1, 4, 5 changes, I started visiting other cats, you know, and watching how they play certain chords and stuff. And I said to myself, no, I can't play that like that. That don't sound right, you know. So then I kept on till eventually I started developing the way I like playing. And it was different from a lot of cats. After a while, a lot of guitar players that was in my block that I didn't know until I started playing guitar started coming around me and asking me, hey man, show me this, show me that. Let me see this. How you do that, man? So when it came up, he said, you got your own style of playing now. I can't play that like that, you know. Oh, okay, all right. That all developed into that.
Walter, thank you so much for sitting with me and talking and chatting with all the people here at the Samantha Fish Cigar Box Guitar Festival.
I hear you, brother. Appreciate doing it.